morning children, welcome to chemistry class. So in this session of class 8 chemistry, we are going to discuss chapter 7 hydrogen. Hydrogen very rarely it occurs in the free state and it is the most abundant element in the universe. It is the lightest element. How we can prepare hydrogen in the laboratory? So in this, as you are seeing in the diagram, this is the Thistle funnel, and from here we are pouring the HCl. This one is the conical flask, this is the delivery tube, and this one is the trough which contains the water. So through the Thistle funnel we are pouring the HCl, dilute HCl. When we pour the dilute HCl, here in the Thistle funnel already zinc granules are present. So when these zinc granules, they react with HCl, they form hydrogen gas. So the reaction will be in this way, Zn plus HCl will give ZnCl2 plus hydrogen gas will be liberated. So in this way we can prepare the hydrogen gas in the laboratory. So here one question comes that why we are taking zinc granules. So granules, in the granules some impurities are present and that is acting as a catalyst to speed up the reaction. That is why we are taking zinc granules here. So one of the method for preparing the hydrogen, this is the laboratory preparation, lab method of preparing hydrogen. Some other methods are also there, that also we will discuss how we can prepare hydrogen in the how we can prepare hydrogen other than laboratory methods. So first is like any active metal if you take like 2Na plus H2, it will form 2NaOH plus hydrogen gas will be liberated. So in this way we can prepare the hydrogen gas. So here sodium, because it is very reactive, so it can even react with the cold water and form alkali and hydrogen gas is liberated. Same if we take magnesium, here we are taking steam. Why we are taking steam? Because magnesium is not very reactive. So it will react with the hot water or it will react with the steam and will form MgO plus hydrogen gas. So these are the other methods of preparing hydrogen. Another method, if you are taking iron, 3Fe plus 4H2O, it will give Fe3O4 plus 4H2. So in this way also the hydrogen gas can be formed. We can prepare the hydrogen by all these methods. Here we are taking steam because magnesium is not very reactive. So this you have to remember why we are taking steam here. Then some other methods are there, like by the electrolysis of water. Also we can prepare the hydrogen. H2O, it will, when you pass the electric current, then it will dissociate into hydrogen and OH ions, and this H ions afterwards form the hydrogen. And always remember, hydrogen ions will be produced at cathode and OH ions will be produced at anode. Cathode is negative, anode is positive. Then, so if we want to prepare hydrogen gas on the large scale, if we want to prepare hydrogen, then large scale preparation, for the large scale preparation of hydrogen, what we will do, we will just a reaction between carbon and water, it will produce CO plus H2. Another very important reaction, it is the water gas. Generally in the exam it is asked that what is the formula of water gas. It is CO plus H2. This CO plus H2 is the water gas. Again it is reacting with water and forming the carbon dioxide plus 2H2. So whenever we want to prepare hydrogen on a large scale, we are using this method, and this is called the Bosch method. This is called Bosch method for preparing hydrogen on a large scale. So in this, the water is reacting with carbon, forming water gas. What is very, very important, what is the formula of water gas? It is CO plus H2. This water gas again reacts with water, forming carbon dioxide, and hydrogen gas will be liberated. Now we are coming on to the physical properties of hydrogen. What are the physical properties of hydrogen? Physical properties. So it is colorless, odorless, it is colorless and odorless gas, and it is the lightest element. You know, earlier the hydrogen was filled in the weather balloons also, but nowadays it is replaced by helium. Nowadays in the weather balloons we are using helium. Then some of the properties, chemical properties you will see. In the chemical properties, first of all, if hydrogen is react with oxygen, 2H2 plus O2, it will form 2H2O. H2 plus Cl2, it will form hydrogen chloride gas. Then reaction with sulfur, whenever hydrogen is having a reaction with sulfur, it is forming H2S gas, hydrogen sulfide gas. Hydrogen sulfide gas, you know, it gives the smell like the rotten eggs. Then another very important reaction of hydrogen, it is also known as Haber's process. Haber's process. N2 plus 3H2 will produce 2NH3. So this method generally we are using when we want to produce ammonia on a large scale. Then this method is used. In this, nitrogen is combining with hydrogen and forming ammonia. Some conditions are there for this. 500 degrees Celsius and 200 atmospheric pressure should be there for producing the ammonia gas. Then whenever, another important property of hydrogen is that it is acting as a reducing agent. Reducing agent means, like suppose if any oxide is there, suppose we are having zinc oxide. So hydrogen is having the reducing property. So it will reduce zinc oxide to zinc, and plus water will be formed. So another very important property of hydrogen, that whenever any oxide is reacting with hydrogen, it will reduce zinc oxide to zinc and water will be formed. Another important property of hydrogen. Some more example we can take, like suppose CuO we are taking. CuO plus hydrogen, it will reduce copper oxide to copper and water will be formed. In this way, we can show the reducing property of hydrogen. Then the test for hydrogen is that it burns with a pop sound, and generally this, whenever hydrogen gas will be formed, then it burns with a pop sound, and this we are just showing the lab to the students. So uses of hydrogen now. Hydrogen, as I told you just now, the Haber's process. So through the Haber's process, we can produce large production of ammonia we can do. So number one use is in the production of ammonia. In the production of ammonia. Then as I told you earlier, it was used in the weather balloons also. And as a fuel, hydrogen is also used as a fuel. Then it is also used in the hydrogenation of oils. In the hydrogenation of oils, also hydrogen is used. So these are the uses of hydrogen. So all the uses you have to learn thoroughly. For the oxyhydrogen flame, in the oxyhydrogen flame also hydrogen is used. Now children, we are coming on to the exercise portion. Some exercise we will revise. Okay, so first we'll first come on to choose the correct option. Which of the following pairs of elements will react to give a gas that dissolve in water to form an acid? So in this first question, option is B. So now we are going to discuss the exercise. We are going to revise the exercise in fact. So choose the correct option. First answer is B. Second question is, with which of the following elements will hydrogen react to give a gas that smell like rotten eggs? Just now I told you H2S gas gives the smell of the rotten eggs. So here option D will come. Then which among the following metals react with water most vigorously? As I told you, sodium, potassium, they are the very reactive metals. They react even with cold water to liberate hydrogen. So option is A here. With which of the following metals will not displace hydrogen from water? So it is copper. Answer is copper. So all the exercise children you will revise. Okay, and you will do in the copy, and we will meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.